Hey guys, and welcome to Dust, an Elysian Tail. This is a cool 2D side-scrolling game with hand-drawn art and all that. After watching some playthroughs of Ori and the Blind Forest, I've been really interested in getting back to this. I've started it, but as you can see by these saves, I've only gotten about half an hour into it, and I don't really remember anything about the game because it's been a long time since.
Its great works long since complete, its storied civilizations long since fallen to dust. The greatest legends of Elysium long since forgotten. What was once a land of promise has fallen to the ravages of war. And it was in this, our most desperate hour, that the greatest of Elysian tales began. The lone warrior stood against an army, slashing his way through all who opposed him. The mob stood no chance, and the soldier showed no mercy. But despite his victories, his skills, his ruthlessness, the valiant soldier would perish on this day. Not to the mob, but to a single child.
Dust, dust, arise.
What? A talking sword? What are you?
Only that which you have summoned.
Summoned? How? For what purpose?
That I do not know, but we shall learn in time. Now rise and claim the blade of Ara.
Stop! Stop right there!
And who is she?
Me? I'm Fidget, guardian of his sword.
Fidget.
I'm sorry, I think I misheard before. You said your name was Fidget?
Hey, this isn't about me. You're the one who's got my sword. How about you tell me your name?
I'm...
Calm yourself, Fidget. His name is Dust, and he is the one who woke me from my slumber.
So, Fidgets, then?
That's me. And you're... Dust?
It would seem that way, though I can't recall that name. So, what is this sword?
I am the blade of Ara, and you, Dust, are my fated sword bearer.
Yes, well, that's all great and everything, but I think it's about time I got this sword back to the clan.
I can't let you just leave with this sword, Fidget. Right now, it's the only thing that knows who I am. I don't even know how I got here.
Well, then you leave me no choice. I challenge you! The winner gets the sword!
Well,
Alright, you win. But don't think I'm leaving empty-handed. I'm coming with you. But, I really need the sword back when you're done doing, you know, whatever it is you're doing.
What exactly am I doing, Ara?
The answers you seek lie to the east. There is a path through the glade that leads down the mountainside, and from there you will find a village. That is your first step.
Then will you give me the sword? I really need to get it back home before anyone notices it's, gone.
When I find out just what it is I'm supposed to do with it, it's all yours, Fidget. Come on, let's go.
So the voice acting isn't the greatest, but this game is beautiful, and that's why I bought it in the first place. I got on this kick a while back about hand-drawn art, and I just look at these animations. They're so cool. And this game is just beautiful. So when I saw this, I just had to have it, and it routinely goes on sale for under $5. I don't know how much it is normally, but I can't imagine more than like 10 or 15. But if I recall correctly, Dust is basically a Metroidvania-style game, meaning that you're going to get upgrades, which will allow you to reach certain places you couldn't get to before. But more than that, it's pretty much a beat-em-up, so there is some strategy to it. But I don't know for sure that there's a ton of unlockable skills and stuff. The fighting is pretty deep from as far as I got into it before,
Well, my kind has what you'd
but I don't know what else there is to it.
And there's something just ahead.
So here's our map. And again, a lot of this will look familiar to people who are kind of in the Metroidvania resurgence as of late with indie games. On the map, you have an exploration percentage and a treasure percentage, showing you how much of the map that you've seen and how much of the treasure you've found, respectively. And we just unlocked Dash. That little orb there was our first skill that we unlocked. And that's going to come in handy because you have invincibility frames in this Dash. So when we're fighting bosses and stuff, we can dash out of the way and then jump into an attack. Note: in ancient times, our greatest possessions and staunchest allies were locked away using powerful magic beyond our comprehension. The only way to reclaim these lost treasures is to use the magically attuned keys strewn about our world. I only hope that there is enough time to free them all. Hey, a giant treasure chest.
Right, we found a chest.
Correction. We found a locked chest.
Well, what are you waiting for? Smash it open.
That would be unwise, Dust. These chests are protected by arcane locks from the last era, and are well beyond my capabilities.
I suppose we'll need a key then.
So I happen to have a key. So the way this works is you just hit the buttons in the sequence that it shows you. You'll see I'm picking up a lot of fruit and stuff. The fruit is going to be used here. I got a revival stone, so that'll bring me back if I die. But the fruit can be assigned to quick slots. And then you can eat this fruit while you're fighting to regain some of your health. See, I don't have anything else right now. Enemies.
Calm yourself, Fidget. Dust. Focus. Remember what you've learned thus far.
No! Mash the buttons! Do something!
So at this point, mashing the buttons is pretty much all you can do. My one sequence of attacks is all on the X button.
Monsters.
Strange. Where did I learn these skills?
You wield the Blade of Ara, and with it, all the skills imbued therein.
Hello? Monsters?
Is that why I summoned you? To control this power?
It is unlikely, Dust, that I would awaken from my slumber for such selfish reasons. There is a village beyond these woods. Perhaps finding it will aid in restoring your memories.
And then we'll be in the clear, right? No more monsters?
Fidget, I think things are about to get a whole lot worse.
And to think, this morning started off so well. At least take these people fruits. Something tells me you're gonna need them.
So right now, X does everything for me. A is jump, and then the left and right triggers are this dodge. I'm gonna... turn this music down just a tad. The music and everything in this game is really good. I'm just turning it down because I'm having trouble hearing myself. So that is to save, and you can also teleport from these, I believe. Yeah. So you can look at the world map from here. I can't get to it right now, but you can teleport to any of the locations you found previously, which is one thing that this game had up on Ori. When Ori first came out, Ori didn't have a fast travel, I think, but now it does. Because they released a definitive edition of Ori and they made some changes. And I believe that was the biggest change, was fast travel, but there are some other additions. And Ori and the Blind Forest is another great game. And if you like this style of game, I almost would say check out Ori first and then try Dust. Just because I think Ori is maybe a little bit more bang for the buck. But I haven't finished this, so I can't say that totally assuredly yet. So your dodges don't string together very well. You can't string multiple dodges, but you can string them with your attack combos. So if you're halfway through, you can kind of cancel your combos into a dodge, and that's going to be really helpful when we get to the bosses. Here's our second skill.
Hold here, Dust. You have unlocked a new ability. Bear witness to the dust storm.
I like it.
Hold the secondary attack to perform the dust storm. But beware, skilled as you may be, you cannot maintain the storm for long without hurting yourself.
In that case, maybe I can help. If you press the super ballistic fidget action button of power, I'll perform an attack so spectacularly awesome that it'll produce emotions you didn't even know existed. Please contain yourselves as I demonstrate.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome.
Very pretty.
Well, maybe I'll just keep the rest of my repertoire to myself.
I'm sorry, Fidget. I'm sure it'll come in handy somehow.
Actually, Dust, between the three of us, this could be quite useful. The dust storm can manipulate Fidget's projectile into a more powerful attack. Observe.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Wow! Oh, by the way, every time I use my power, it'll use up a bit of energy meter. You can...
Yes, Dust. Between your combos and Fidget's own powers, you can achieve a higher hit chain, which will yield bonus experience after each battle. However, if you are struck by an enemy, the chain will be broken, and you will lose your bonus experience.
All right, I think I understand.
If this is all too much for you, you can check out the help screen via the pause menu.
Thanks, Fidget. I'll take a look if I'm ever in trouble.
The fighting is very satisfying in this game. There's a lot of impact to all of your attacks. And, like, the dodging and everything is so fast. So fast-paced. There's no latency in between these button presses and these attacks, so it really feels... I hate to use the word because it's kind of cliched, but visceral. And, I mean, what you're seeing, you're feeling, especially if you're playing with a controller with Rumble, it really feels like you're... It doesn't feel like you're just typing in a code for an attack sequence, you know? It feels like you're hitting a button and the attack's happening. And a lot of these games that are kind of lower budget or indie titles miss out on that, I think. A lot of the ones that I've played recently have felt so floaty that you almost don't really feel like you're totally in control. I mean, they maybe put a lot into the animations and what's happening on screen, but it doesn't feel like you're really related to what's happening on screen at all. So an enemy parried us there, or countered us, or blocked us, or something. And that was why you saw that slowdown on screen.
You just leveled up.
Is that what I did? It feels good. Great, even.
As it should, Dust. You've acquired a skill gem. Open the character screen through the inventory to upgrade your abilities and become even more powerful.
From here, you can assign skill gems acquired by leveling up to improve your attributes. The highest stat must be within 4 gems of your lowest stat. Okay, so that prevents you from just going all out in one thing. I know that every time Fidget is going to be the last thing that I upgrade. So, let's do... that's a lot more health. We'll do health for now. I almost don't want to hit all these enemies right away because I want time to look at them and kind of process what I'm seeing. Everything about this game is just really fun to look at. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, so Fidget has this treasure symbol above her head, and that means there's treasure in this area.
It's really beautiful up here.
Yeah. So, any idea where we are?
I was maybe hoping you could tell me.
Oh, silly me. I seem to have dropped all my detailed maps and navigational equipment chasing after a crazy flying sword.
I'm sorry I got you mixed up in this, Fidget.
Well, you should be. Taking my sword, getting me in trouble.
You know, now that I think about it, this isn't the first time I've seen this view. I've stood here before, in this very spot.
Then perhaps you recognize the village at the base of these cliffs?
It's hard to make out from here. We'll need to drop down to the valley floor if we want to get any closer.
Very well. Proceed as you wish, Dust.
Here's another save point. I don't know if that's death down there in that hole, or... No, it looks like I'm probably going to end up going that way anyway. Got some chicken that was in that wall. It's even called Mysterious Wall Chicken. I have 2 keys. Yeah, canceling your attacks to keep your combo going with dodges is really important in this game, it seems. Because this is the finisher, and it throws those enemies pretty far away, this last kind of sweeping attack from the top. And if I dodge cancel out of that, I can just keep wailing on them for a while. And instead of throwing them away, you know. Because there's a pretty big gap where if you continue hitting these buttons, you're still going to jump back in where you were in the combo. But if I dodge in the middle, it doesn't activate the last part of that combo, and I can just get damage in rather than using that pushback attack. Another ability here. That was pretty quick. Aerial dust storm, it looks like. Oh yeah, okay, cool. So we've got like a mid-air charge attack now. Let's put this point in attack. Oh, this game is beautiful. I don't know how well it translates to the, you know, downscaling and everything that YouTube is going to throw on this, but while I'm playing it, it's almost like watching a movie. Very cinematic. Okay. Hey, another treasure chest. So we just hit these buttons in the sequence, they pop up. I think it's always 4, but I don't know. I think it just gives you less time. We got a necklace with +2 attack and +2 luck.
Is that a tent? Is there somebody in there?
Ah, whatever it is, it's got glowing evil eyes of evil.
A merchant lies in wait. Do not let his appearance frighten you. I sense he only wishes to assist in our journey.
Psh, I wasn't frightened. Just surprised at the, savings. Come on, let's talk to him.
Surprised at the savings.
I've been expecting you, stranger.
Who are you?
Merely a friend with many wares for sale. Shall we conduct business?
This guy reminds me of the salesman from Resident Evil 4. Does anybody remember that? Poison antidote. I don't think I need any of this right now. Oh, okay, other stuff. I already have a pendant equipped that's pretty good. I can get something to get extra attack on my sword. I need some defense, and this is not very expensive, so let's buy one of these. Teleport stone. Single-use stone that teleports the user from a save monument to the world map. Man, those revival stones are 8,000 gold. So it looks like there's a crafting system in place here. I don't know anything about that, but these are all crafting materials.
Before you leave, might I propose an offer?
That would depend on the offer.
If I may be so bold, you are not prepared for the journey ahead. I, however, can offer assistance. Please, accept this blueprint as a gift. Should you find a blacksmith and the necessary materials, they may be able to craft the item for you. I can offer you materials as well, though I'm not entirely sure what materials this land deems of value. I am not from around here, as I'm sure you have guessed by now.
Oh, really?
Once you've sold me a new material type, I will be able to restock my store with it. As for your reward, I will pay you a bonus for the first new material you sell me.
Ah, he'll buy them at a high price.
Well,
Okay.
Yes,
So I didn't remember that, but if you played Resident Evil 4, the I'll buy that at a high price is something that the merchant from Resident Evil 4 always said. So it was intentional that he looks that way. I didn't realize that, but that's kind of cool. Oh, okay, so this thing's gonna follow me. Oh, okay. Cool. Kind of a neat mechanic. Another key, save. Oh, this one has a timer on it. Where am I taking it? Oh no! Ah! Right there. So I don't have a double jump yet, but I feel like there's got to be one. The jump just seems perfectly tailored to doubling. Boom. Okay, so you just have to get that bomb off the tree, and then you can go wherever you need it. Cool. Oh, what is that?
There's something in that cage! Quick, get it out!
4 locks. I'll take a wild guess and say we need 4 keys.
I guess I don't have 4 keys. No, I have 2. I can't even get through there. I have to be really small or something, or be able to crawl, or have morph ball. Well, I think I'm going to stop this one here. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. I hope that you kind of enjoyed the first video in this series for Dust. And if you have any questions about it or anything that you want me to try or research or look out for in this game, please let me know in the comments and let me know what you think of the game and if you're excited about the next video as well. Please like this video, and if you like the content, check out some of the other stuff on Lair Gaming, and let me know what you think. Thanks, guys.